I almost quit my life on a Tuesday at 11:43 a.m., locked in a bathroom stall, knees on cold tile, trying to breathe over the hum of fluorescent lights. Not my job, my life. The silent fight had been gnawing for months, and I thought I hit it well. The lesson I learned that day? The quiet battles you don't post about are the ones that build you. And I'm going to show you how I turned that stall moment into the start of something stronger. I'm Sarah, 34, product manager, older sister, daughter of a dad who still sends me memes at 5 a.m. And if your life looks steady on the outside but feels like a storm on the inside, this motivational story is for you. About 1 in 5 U.S. adults faces mental health challenges each year, and most of us try to grind through it. We smile on Zoom. We say, all good. In the hallway, we carry it alone. I did too. It started slow. After a merger, our team shrunk, but the workload tripled. Layoffs made everybody walk on eggshells. My phone buzzed like a hornet nest. Slack pings, quick asks, color-coded calendars that looked like confetti. My dad's blood pressure spiked, so I was researching specialists between meetings. My rent went up. My fiancé and I called off the wedding. I kept hustling because that's what achievers do, right? Coffee for dinner, laptop glow as a nightlight, telling myself I'd rest after this sprint. The spiral didn't look dramatic. It sounded like, I got it. It smelled like burnt toast at midnight. It tasted like the same lukewarm latte reheated twice. It felt like a red notification dot you can't clear. The bathroom stall moment hit after a manager emailed, "Need a deck by EOD?" No question mark. I stared at the screen until the words blurred. My hands tingled. My chest tightened. I pulled myself into that stall and pressed my forehead to the cool metal divider. What's wild is, I wasn't thinking anything profound. I was thinking, if I disappear, the asks disappear. That's what the silent fight does. It shrinks your world until escape feels easier than speaking up. What saved me wasn't a rescue. It was a sentence. When I finally left the stall, mascara smudged, I ran into Marta from finance at the sink. She handed me a paper towel like it was a lifeline and said, "Name it, out loud. It loses power when you name it." I laughed it off, but drove home repeating, "Name it, name it, name it." At my mirror, I wrote on a sticky note, "Overwhelm. I don't need to be stronger. I need a system." That night, I tried something tiny because tiny was all I had. I set a timer for 5 minutes and cleaned just the sink. Not the whole kitchen, just the sink. The clatter of dishes sounded like a small apology to myself. Then I texted my manager a boundary script I found online and edited to sound like me. I can deliver the deck by Friday with quality. If EOD is required, I need support reprioritizing X and Y. I wanted to throw up after sending it, but she wrote back, "Friday works. Let's push X." The ground didn't open up. I didn't get fired. The fight got 1% quieter. The next morning, I started the 3-1-5. 3 priorities written on an index card. 1 protected deep work hour, headphones on, door closed. 5-minute starts for anything I was avoiding. 5 minutes turned into 15 on its own. I stacked it with a sunlight rule. 10 minutes outside before email. Not because I'm perfect, because if I touch email first, the day eats me alive. I took a walk around the block in a hoodie, breath fogging, and for the first time in weeks, I felt my shoulders drop. I also did something that felt scarier than the work asks. I sent a 2-line text to 2 friends. "I'm not okay. Can you do a 15-minute walk and talk this week?" They both responded in minutes. One said, "Tonight?" We didn't fix everything on that call, but the silence broke, and the silence, not the stress, was the real trap. There were setbacks. A week later, my card got declined at self-checkout because I'd forgotten about a bill auto-draft. The beep felt like an alarm, announcing my failure to the whole store. The cashier quietly said, "I got this coffee," and covered it. I cried in my car over a $4 kindness. That was another lesson. When you're in the silent fight, grace can feel like weakness. It's not. It's fuel. I wish I could tell you everything flipped overnight. It didn't, but the compounding did. It's systems, not hero moments. I started doing a weekly energy audit on Sundays. What drained me, what fed me, what could be simplified. I created a boundary bank, scripts I could copy-paste when I panicked. Happy to help, I can start Monday. I don't have capacity this week. Let's pick the one thing that makes the rest easier. I kept a silent wins note in my phone, drank water before coffee, called the insurance company, took a lunch without my laptop. It sounds small. It was small. It was also everything. Work noticed, not because I shouted, because my output got focused. Instead of saying yes to 12 things, I shipped the 3 that moved the needle. I led with clarity. Here's the problem, here's the path, here's the ask. I finally used our company's E-ape for 3 therapy sessions and cried through the first one. The therapist said, "You don't have to earn rest." That line sits next to Marta's on my mirror. 3 months later, we launched the feature I was drowning under. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. My dad's number stabilized. I moved $50 a week into an emergency fund. I slept. I laughed again without checking if I had permission. The silent fight didn't vanish. It got named, systemized, shared. And when it returned, it found me armed. Here's what actually helped me climb out. Woven into normal days, no drama required. Name it specifically. Not, "I'm failing." Try, "I'm overwhelmed by ambiguity." Once you can see it, you can solve it. Use the 315. 3 priorities, 1 protected hour, 5-minute starts. Beat inertia with motion. Borrow words. Keep a boundary bank so you don't have to invent courage in the moment. Do a weekly energy audit. Keep the drains visible and double down on the chargers. Track silent wins. Momentum loves evidence. If you're in the thick of it, hear me. You don't have to be loud to be strong. And tiny, honest actions beat massive, silent suffering. This isn't just a motivational story. It's a life lesson with receipts. If you want help building systems, Atomic Habits changed how I stack small wins. I dropped a link below because it's the one book I gift on repeat. The silent fight is real, but it's not a life sentence. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to slow down to speed up. You're allowed to rewrite your script. Today, don't conquer the mountain. Take 5 minutes and move 1 stone. Send 1 boundary. Text 1 person. Name 1 thing. If this hit you, like the video, subscribe for more real talk you can use, and drop "I'm still in the comments so I know you're fighting too. Share this with the friend who smiles like they're fine. We're not meant to carry this alone. Let's level up together, quietly and consistently, until the loudest thing about our lives is our peace.